Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. Welcome to your reading for February 27th through March 5th. This week we have the opportunity to get a lot of things done on our way, heading toward that full moon that we're about to have in Virgo next week. Lots of stuff is happening next week, and so this week is an opportunity to kind of wrap some stuff up, tie up some loose ends, and get yourself prepared and set up. Of course, you got that card. So, all right. Let's just see what Spirit has to bring out here. I do want to encourage you to be on the lookout for the full moon in Virgo videos that I am hoping, to create. We're having an ice storm right now, and so I don't really know how long I have power for. So we'll just see what happens here. Okay. Wow. Card of victory. Okay, key of the situation is Tower. This is a good Tower. This Tower brings insight and information to you in a way. It feels like it lights up your world out of the darkness. So it's almost as though you've been in this void, this dark space where you've been trying to find your way through and you can't see which way to go next. And this feels like a bolt of lightning that streaks across the sky in a dark, rainy night, and it lights everything up, and you can see where the shelter is, where it is you need to go, what it is you need to do next, because you're in the process of creating something. And so there's a lot of intuition and insight. This is a week where you really want to take the time to meditate, to journal, to have the quiet space to get the information, because there is something powerful trying to come through to create some kind of a breakthrough with knowledge and information coming into you. It's a very powerful feeling here. And you have, in order to do that, I think if you can pay attention to the information, it leads to a victory of some sort. So let's take a look. Some of these cards are not that great. I gotta be honest. But I think that it comes into, are you willing to be open to the awareness that is trying to come through for you this week? So this week we're going to be working with Archangel Gabriel. There are a lot of reasons in the astrology that I'm not surprised that he stepped forward to bring messages, but I want to encourage you this week to reach out, because he is the messenger of God, and he is the strength of God. And so there's the strength, it feels like there's this strength that comes through with the messages. It's a tinseler strength. It creates this safety net of information for you in order for you to find the next steps. But it's this illumination. It's this illumination in whatever this storm is, this dark place, this void, that helps you to see what's next. So lots of major arcana over on this side. So let's get into the energy that's moving away. This Queen of Pentacles, trying to nurture and grow something here. You've been feeling kind of stuck in the mud, right? She's a pig in mud. She's just laying there, but nothing's happening. But self-care. Are you guys not taking care of yourself? It looks like she's having a mud bath. But she is smiling. That pig is smiling. Are you taking care of yourself? Have you been working so hard that you are forgetting that your first priority is your own health and well-being? Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, yes. Financially, yes. I'm not going to take that away from you. But are you also doing the other things to stay in balance? Because the more you bring yourself into balance, the easier it is for you to get to the next steps. You don't have that breakdown. You know what happens when you push too hard and you don't let off the gas on a regular basis like you should? You know, suddenly Spirit comes along and says, man, I told you to take a break. Okay, well, we'll give you one. And then something happens, right? And you're forced into the stoppage. Kind of like the world was moving so friggin' fast, and then we got a pandemic in that Capricorn energy, all those planets hanging out in Capricorn at that time. And so there should be an awareness with you that, you know, if you don't get off your feet once in a while, if you don't rest and relax, if you're always constantly trying to climb the mountain and you don't do the rest and recovery, so nurture yourself. That feels like a big message here. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Emotionally, you've been through something, right? Because here we have the Five of Cups and what's draining your energy. And so there's a need to move away from this energy of something's not making you feel good. So go take care of yourself. Go take care of yourself. And then, of course, you've been trying to figure out, how can I squirrel more money away? How can I get my finances in order? What can I do? That is so funny. That is so Capricorn to have that up there in that position. I totally get that. Okay, so here, how do you transform the situation and the action to take? It's getting the information from Spirit. Create the space this week, because look, we have the moon. We do have a full moon coming up right at the beginning of next week, so it's getting prepared for that. But this is allowing the illumination and the wisdom to come through, and we have the High Priestess in the action to take. And again, there's the moon, and she's on the spider web, this connection, connecting into your spirit guide team. They create this strength and this network of information and news coming into you. I think it's really important that you make space for that. If you can do that, then you're going to be able to tap in easily to the steps that lead you to this victory, right? And so in the area of resources, we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords. It's a mole, so he's blind, and so he's not easy for him to see his way through these swords. But look, he's finally got his nose poked through in one of his flippers. You know what he uses? What would you call those? They're like little shovels at the end of his brain, so that he can get out. So I think he's going to figure it out. I think you're going to figure it out. In the area of resources, probably finances, because this is what's on your mind over here, but it could be also your energy. I don't have time to take a break. Yes, you do. You don't have time to not take a break. I don't have time to meditate. Yes, you do. You don't not have time. Capricorn, you are the time lords. You really are. You're the time managers of the zodiac. You are the ones that can manage time. You know that if you have a whole big pile of things to do, you're the one that's going to get it done. Out of all the signs, you're going to get your to-do list more done than anybody else over the course of the day, week, month, whatever, right? You know you can. So put yourself, your meditation, your relaxation on your to-do list. And that requires you, I think the best way to handle that, in my opinion, from my experience as a Capricorn rising, if I really want to truly relax when I decide to soak in the bathtub, which I try to do a lot, my to-do list, I sit down and I write it all down. So it's not bothering me. I don't have to remember it. I've written it down. I schedule it. I know when it is. Okay, I've got that done. And now I can go relax, right? Or you set yourself up with a bedtime routine. You know, I shut everything down. I don't do any more work after 7 o'clock at night. Like, I just don't. I could. Occasionally, I have to because I'm up against the deadline. But then I'm mad at myself because I feel like, why wasn't I more organized? How did I end up there? So I really try to stay true to that. So you figure out what works for you. But there needs to be me time scheduled in and spirit time. You know? It's meditation time. You really need it right now. They're trying to tell you something. They're trying to bring you this insight. It's in the heart. So it's going to come through as an inspiration through your heart. Some feeling, knowing, idea that seems really game-changing. Because here in the heart space, we have the Hermit. He's having this moment of illumination. Like there's the sun there. It's between his antennas. And you have the card of Temperance. This is balanced. This is the after the storm, there's the rainbow. there's the understanding of how to bring everything into balance, and you are what you ingest. You're in that whatever. So make sure you are keeping yourself in as much high vibrational energy as you can this week. Try to avoid energetic sucks. Sometimes it's the news, sometimes it's your friend, sometimes it's your boss. Try to create some safe, healthy boundaries that allow you this time to receive the flow of blessings and information that's trying to come through to you. Here we have the King of Swords. Okay, so this King of Swords here, he's getting ready to pick up his crown. He's been up there, the eagle, the spirit, getting the news and the information he needs, and then it's going to be time to get back to work and do what he needs to do. Oh my God, this card keeps showing up. Okay, we're going to take that one because it shows up so much. Archangel Gabriel keeps throwing this card. I think you're reading number 9, and I think I've seen that like 6 times. You have important messages to deliver that can help others. But let's see what else Archangel Gabriel wants to bring forward. That moon in Gemini, Monday and Tuesday, is really productive energy, great for communication. You can get a lot done at work. I really highly recommend utilizing that to the best of your ability. It gets a little dicey on Wednesday, so you want to nurture yourself. Well, can you read that? That's what it says. That's what it says. Investing time in self-care now will yield more energy for you later. Yeah, I love when Spirit goes, yeah, no, you got the right message. That makes me feel good. Okay, so Wednesday, the moon's in Cancer. That opposes your sign, and Wednesday has some really difficult emotional energy going on. Give yourself the space there and give everybody else the space. I can see how people really get on each other's nerves out there. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, while the moon is still in Cancer, though, we have Venus conjuncting Jupiter. That's the two benefics getting together. It's like they're trying to bring a gift in. Mercury is going to conjunct with Saturn at that last degree of Aquarius. Like really, they're not going to do this again in Aquarius for another 29 years. So this is like this really important energy of this conversation that's happening. And then Mercury is going to take it forward into Pisces. That's your energy of choice and decision making there, right? And around communication and what you value. And Saturn's coming in there next week on that full moon. And so that is some great energy. Thursday is just great energy if you want to go out on a date or you want to create a project done or something like that. It's really good. So you have here the look beyond the surface. So I feel like that moon in Cancer is a really good time for you, especially Thursday night after Mercury moves into Pisces. If you're not out on a date, date yourself. Saltwater bath, meditation music, and listen in, because it says here, avoid becoming distracted by the surface issues and focus on the underlying motivation. It's time to get in touch with, do you know why you want to do what it is you want to do? Why is it important to you? Because so often when we understand the why, that keeps you going when the how gets complicated, right? Seek ways to bring depths to your world. Spend more time diving below the surface of your motivation and also of your connection with spirit. And for goodness sake, give yourself a break this week. It's going to get busy really fast. like I can't even tell you, after next week, for the next 6 weeks, I want to say it's, don't give me that phrase, give me another one. Let's just say it's an all-out sprint for a couple of weeks there. And so take care of yourself now so you're ready to handle it. Body and soul, they are not messing around. Okay, so the moon moves into Leo at 10:16 a.m. on Friday, and right before that happens, that moon's going to oppose Pluto. And so there's just, again, not a great day to talk to your boss. Good days for work would be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Wednesday and Friday, no. So you can get work done. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying communication is going to be a little tight. But over the weekend, go have some fun with your friends. Great energy for that. Both on Friday and Saturday. I do want to recommend that by the time we get to Sunday evening that you kind of start winding it down and you start thinking about next week. And if you are one of those people that will prep meals or you'll, iron your clothes for the week or whatever you do to make sure that your week runs smoothly, I highly recommend that you do that because your ruling planet of Saturn is going to change signs on a full moon in an earth sign. You're going to feel it. I think you're going to feel really motivated and you really want to get some stuff done. So rest up right now what you can. And you have a grand symphony. We're going to look and see what that is. But body and soul basically says to nurture the body and the soul. Take the time for meditation. Take the time for your physical health and well-being. Get plenty of sleep. Fix yourself on some kind of a schedule that really works for you. Be nurturing and kind and loving to yourself. Your body needs it. Your soul needs a grand symphony. The grand symphony says inclusivity, being a part of the whole, removing bias, and seeing the interconnectedness of all, knowing that everything you do has a consequence. Unity consciousness and the end of division. So today, ask yourself, can you be a part of something bigger? Can you put the principles and the needs of the group above your own wants? Wow. I feel like you do that a lot. It is your time to do your part to sing harmony with others. Stay in tune and learn the new harmonies and notes and see. Look, at the end of the week, you're going to be putting on your crown and getting ready to go. This week, in order to get ready to do this great thing with this group, this push that's coming over the next 6 weeks, that to be ready for this, take care of yourself this week. Don't push too hard this week because believe me, you're going to be pushing really hard coming up here. And yes, you're going to have to set, but you have to have your oxygen mask on first. When it says, can you put the group above your own needs when everything else here is screaming for you to take care of yourself. I feel like there's a project, an idea, a company or something that you're working with or under for, and that's really important to you and it feeds your soul. But you can't fully give to this other thing if you're not taking care of yourself physically, really. I feel like you have a mission, and in order to accomplish that mission, you need to be taking care of yourself. Get yourself healthy. It's kind of like basic training for yourself, right? And meditate. They have something they want to tell you. By they, I mean your spirit guide team. All right, guys, I'm on Facebook every day. I'm planning to do full moon videos. We are having an ice storm right now, and I'm not sure what the power situation is going to be. But be on the lookout for those because I'm really hoping to be able to get that done. All right, you guys have a great week. Rest, communicate with spirit, get ready. Next week, you're going to be in the starting blocks. All right, talk to you soon.